Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin Strasio. I was Aggie's student for 12 years. She encouraged me to join band when I was in 4th grade and play clarinet, even though I really wanted to play the drums. Aggie always pushed me to excel at playing even though I knew I wasn't going to be majoring in it, and she never wanted me to be bored of playing. She made me try so many different instruments. I'm so grateful for the many opportunities I've had to play in various ensembles, and I really couldn't have done it without her. I have so many memories with Aggie, from helping paint her porch with her and teaching her how to use a drill, to playing a makeshift concert for her during the pandemic, and even being threatened with a smack from her $8,000 clarinet when I just couldn't hit a run properly. The piece I'm playing in honor of Aggie is called Solfeggiato in C minor. She made me play this intricate piece for the Ferndale showcase, and although I dreaded performing it in front of the crowd, it made me a better musician overall. I will miss Aggie more than she'd ever know, and I really hope that she knew the impact she made on so many young musicians' lives. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sarah Brandel and I'm a senior at Westmont Hilltop High School. I took lessons from Aggie from the time I was 10 till, well, now the time I was 18. And it's really hard to, Aggie, it's hard to condense her into so few words and so few minutes. But I think the thing I remember, and I will remember about her the most, is just the love she had. Not just for playing, but for teaching her students. She just deeply loved us, and she sometimes would show it in weird ways, like yelling at us or beating her foot on the floor and yelling at us and saying she'll go crazy if you don't play the next bar right. But she also showed it in ways, like anytime I would cancel a lesson due to a health issue, she would always either call my mom to make sure I was okay and that I was getting better, or she would ask me thoroughly the next lesson. So yeah, I was very blessed to have known her. And she shaped the person and the musician I am today. The song I will be playing is Movement 3, Carol from 5 Bagatelles. The last lesson I had with her, which was the Thursday before she passed. She just randomly pulled this out, like it just 5 Bagatelles popped into her head and she pulled it out, and if you took lessons with her, you know she does that a lot. But she pulled it out and she was like, "You're gonna play this." I was like, okay. So, we played through the first movement and the second movement, and then we got to the third movement. And I started playing it, and she's like, you think this is insanely easy, don't you? And I was like, yes, I do. And she was like, but it's beautiful, isn't it? And then she said, beauty doesn't have to be in insanely hard rhythms or notes. Beauty's just in the simplicity of a song and what you do with it. And that just sat with me and has been sitting with me. But yeah, I will be playing Movement 3, Carol from Five Bagatelles.
Hi, my name is Libby DeBose, formerly Libby Kuster when I was studying with Aggie. So when I first heard of Aggie's passing, I was obviously brought back to a lot of memories, most of them pretty silly memories and fun memories, but that's definitely the kind of person that she was and just the impact she had on all the people around her. Aggie was a huge staple of my musical life growing up. I remember starting with her in like 4th grade and taking lessons all the way up until I left for college. Once a week, every Wednesday evening, I knew I was going to be going to Aggie's. I remember learning in Kernville, and then I remember when she moved and started teaching from Roxbury. I have very vivid memories of walking up that sidewalk that led up to her place in Roxbury. I also have vivid memories of some of those fun things, like when she would eat food out of a can in the middle of your lesson, or when she would just eat lunch meat out of the package and then turn your page for you and leave like a juicy ham thumbprint on your music. So that was fun. I remember her excessive amount of glasses, like eyeglasses. We were going in the bathroom and there was like 10 pairs in the bathroom, and then I came back out and there's like another 10 pairs just sitting right where she taught. So I'm not really sure why she had so many glasses. But other than those really funny things that we all remember, I also especially remember her teaching and just having lessons with her and how she interacted and communicated. And something that I really loved about Aggie was her brutal honesty. And she had no problem telling you if something didn't sound good or if something needed fixed. And that is just something about her teaching style that I really appreciated and really loved. And I missed that about her a lot. So it seemed like a pretty impossible decision to try to figure out what I wanted to play to dedicate to her. I went through all of my old flute books, dug out stuff that we had done for like years and years and years ago, and I just couldn't decide on one thing that I felt was the best thing to dedicate to her. So I took a little bit different route, and I'm going to play a song. This is not a piece that I studied with Aggie or not a piece that Aggie taught me. This is just a song, I think many people are familiar with it, and I think it's a good fit for how we feel now that Aggie is no longer in our lives. So this is dedicated to her, that brutal honesty, that persistence just to make us the best we could be. She was always persisting for me to learn to improvise, and I fought it off because it terrified me. It still terrifies me, but it's something that I know she wanted me to learn, and now in my adult musical life, I understand why. So this is dedicated to her, and this is just a very short little version of Bill Withers' Ain't No Sunshine.
Hi, I'm Audrey Hoffman, and I took private lessons from Aggie for about 5 years, and honestly, I owe a lot to her because if it wasn't for her, I would not have gotten to states for 2 years. And I also am in school right now to be a music educator because I was greatly inspired by her and her life. I loved going to my lessons not only to learn from her, but also to hear about her amazing stories. She really lived such an amazing life, and she's a huge inspiration to me. And I just want to live as much as I can like her, loving music and teaching music, and passing on my love for music just like she did to me. And I'm so grateful for everything that she taught me, and she's one of the biggest reasons I am where I am today, and I really thank her for that. But today I'm going to be playing the first movement from the Tartini Concertino for clarinet. First movement is Grave. I hope you enjoy.
Abby. I'm a former Ferndale student. I went to Ferndale kindergarten through 5th grade, and then halfway through 5th grade we moved to Richmond, Virginia. So now, now I'm a junior down there. I had Miss McConaughy, like, I started band in 4th grade. So I had her like teaching me clarinet with like the lessons like during school. Those were always so much fun. She would like, at the end of lunch, like come find me, like, you ready? It's like, yep. And we like go in her office and just, just practice and play together. And I would, I especially like now looking back, I'm so grateful that, well, because I took lessons with her outside of school as well for a little while. I was so grateful that, she was able to offer such cheap lessons, because Lord knows we could not afford lessons at the time. And also, not too long before we moved down here, she gave me a clarinet for $50, which, I still have, like, I've really never had a problem with it. It's a great clarinet, and I'm not sure, like, when I would have been able to get my own, like, if it weren't for that. So, and I didn't realize at the time how talented she was, but, I mean, she's unbelievable. Like, I wish, and, like, obviously she was great as, like, a beginning, like, a first teacher, but I wish, like, with all her knowledge, like, I wish I could have just brought her down here with me. And, obviously, like, since we've been down here, like, I didn't really, I wasn't, like, in touch with her for a while, till, like, the very end, but she always had it. Like, when I was, she was, like, in her 80s when I was in 4th and 5th grade, and you would have thought she was, like, 20. Like, she was always with it. She never, ran out of energy or just wasn't there. Like, she was always there. She never faded. Even I've heard, like, till, like, the very end, like, she always was the same person. She never lost it. And I want to, I'm getting close to, like, college time, like, college age, and I want to be a band director someday. And, when I heard the news, I was really sad that, she can't see that. And like, I'm gonna be a senior next year, and I'm going for drum major. And I don't know, I just imagined her, like, knowing that and seeing that. And I know she can see it, like, from heaven, but I don't know, it's just not the same. But, bottom line, she touched so many lives. Mine, my friends, from Ferndale, and so many other people that I don't even know, like, I don't even realize. I know we all love and miss her so, so very much.
My name is Jeannie Freeman, and I'm a former clarinet student of Aggie's, and I'd like to dedicate 2 pieces to Aggie. I remember when she retired, she told me how much she was loving playing flute and harp duets, and my best friend just happens to be a harpist, Christine Mazza. So Christine played with me on both of these pieces. We performed the last movement of Paul Reed's Suite from the Victorian Kitchen Garden, and we asked graduating senior Lydia Munson from WVU to join us on the On Track from Bizet's Carmen. So I just want to thank Aggie for being the most wonderful, amazing, selfless, funny, supportive teacher, mentor, friend anyone could have, and what a legacy she will leave behind always in the wonderful students and family she left behind. Without her, I would probably be a math teacher, and I'm so happy that I took this path, and it's all due to Aggie. So thank you, Aggie.
Hello, my name is Mitch Kuster. I'm the band director at Forest Hills High School in Sidman, Pennsylvania. I studied saxophone lessons with Aggie from 1998 to 2004. I started with her when I was in sixth grade and continued up to my senior year. I have a lot of fond memories of my lessons with Aggie. Some of them being, the cabbage soup diets, which would, hit and miss. And then my friends that were taking lessons would always talk at school and say, "Hey, Aggie's on a cabbage soup diet." And they'd be like, "Oh man, that place is going to smell real bad." Another one, when she'd take your height on the wall, like every year you got dragged into the bathroom, either down in Kernville or over into Darby Street off of Roxbury. She'd bring you in the bathroom and then like stand on the stool and like put the pencil at the top and then write your name and the year for your height, and the whole wall was just covered with names. And of course, I still have the music. This is the way she wrote on your music, as you like that thick pencil line and that cursive writing, and then you had the vertical lines for where every beat was at, and then all the counting stuff and that she always wrote. And it's so like, you open up and you're like, yep, you can instantly tell a piece of music that Aggie has had her hands on too. So I got hired as a teacher in 2008, and I started sending students to Aggie because she was the music teacher for Woodwinds in town. And I've had countless students come through, and I always remember seeing Aggie at districts or county festivals and regions, and she was always just so proud of the successes that all of her students had. Once that she was teaching, she'd come up and say hi to me and some of my friends that took lessons from her that came back and taught in the area. And she always just talked about everybody. And, "Oh, did you hear what this person's doing and how great their thing is here?" And then "Oh, this is this kid and they go to this school and they're an awesome player." And like, she never stopped talking about her students. I'm now teaching lessons to students, and I'm pulling out books that Aggie gave me or had me get, and they have markings all through there, and now I'm giving them to kids to use, and now those kids are seeing the markings that I got when I was in high school. I'm like, "Oh, that's my teacher when I was growing up. Yeah, you would play this way and she would tell you to do it this way, and then she'd mark it in your music, and it would be in this thick pen and cursive marking, and this is how she kept track of stuff, by writing dates on the top of it. And you knew you weren't very good when you had like 5 or 6 dates on one piece of music, and you're like, probably need to practice that more. But I will absolutely miss seeing Aggie at all the different music events in town. I'll miss hearing her play in different music festivals with the Reed Band, seeing her at different musicals in town as well. And I can tell you that I'm certain her legacy is going to live on for generations to come in the Johnstown community, because of students of hers that have come back and are teaching, and now we're teaching students, and they're going to hear stories of Aggie for decades to come, and that's really exciting. And she was an awesome person, and kept playing and teaching right until the end, which was outstanding. And she will absolutely be missed.
The piece I picked to honor Mrs. Agnes McConaughy is Amazing Grace by John Newton. I cannot even begin to explain how much this woman means to me. Before I met her, I had no idea how much music would genuinely impact my life. However, I saw her up on stage playing her clarinet as beautifully as she always did, and I just fell in love with it. So I decided that I'd try it out myself. I did, and sure enough, a few years later, I realized that I wanted to do exactly what she did. So now my plans are to go to school to teach children how to play music, and I really owe that all to her. So thank you very dearly to the woman who was all my teacher, mentor, therapist, biggest inspiration, and grandmother, if you will, for everything. We all love you endlessly, and I think I speak for all of us when I say that. Rest in peace, Mrs. McConaughy.
I'm Jason Cush. As a college music professor and professional musician, I had the pleasure of beginning my first private music studies with Aggie as a sixth grader in 1993. Like many, I miss her so deeply, but still feel her presence in my daily life and teaching. Every time I pick up a saxophone or clarinet, or teach a music student, she is close in mind and heart. Her love for music and zest for life were one of a kind. She instilled in me a passion for music and the importance of working hard to reach my potential. From touring the world in the 1950s with the Hormel Girls, a rare all-girl band, to teaching thousands of students at the Johnstown College of Music, her unceasing musical quest through life is an unmatched inspiration. One of her greatest qualities and her lasting legacy will be her originality and spunk. There was simply only one Aggie. She was truly unique and showed us how to be a complete original in life. I will always remember that and carry it forward. Thanks, Aggie.
Hi, my name is Josh. So I knew Aggie for about 3-4 years now. She was my private clarinet teacher from 10th grade until I graduated. She helped me get to regional band in my 10th, 11th, and 12th grade year, which was for me a big accomplishment. I never got to states. I had some tough competition, but she was such an outgoing woman, so nice. She showed up to every concert I played in, and she actually helped me with this song that I'm choosing to perform right now. It's called Symphony No. 4, Bookmarks from Japan. It's Nihon Bashi, and fun fact is I'm in Japan right now, and I went to Nihon Bashi this past weekend, and when Mandy put out the idea of putting this concert for Aggie together, I was immediately down. Aggie helped expand my social group, so everyone in this group I've became pretty close with. So Aggie was a sweet, wonderful woman. I hope this concert pays good homage to her. So thank you.